Yeah, live on 2K Sports. And tonight, we've got the Charlotte Hornets playing against the Memphis Grizzlies here in FedEx Forum. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Hey, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Grizzlies first found an identity with grit and grind. As a rookie, Jaren Jackson cut his teeth alongside Mike Conley and Marc Gasol. And he said, now it's next gen, but it's still the same sort of mentality. We take defense seriously. That's our staple. And when you do that, you usually win. Guys?
They do. Great philosophy and attitude. Thanks, DA. Now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Ja Morant.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. Up at the forward spots, it's Hayward and Bridges. The guard spots are filled by Ball and Rozier, and it's Plumlee in at the 5. And for Memphis, Adams at center with Jackson next to him. DeAnthony Melton out there with Ja Morant. And it's Payne in at small forward. Yeah, tonight, Greg, 2 teams with a lot of talent, but also a lot of inexperience.
And we'll see some spectacular plays, but also a few boneheaded ones as well. Always interesting to watch these young players develop.
Bridges against Adams. 3-pointer, Hayward. Wow, drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. You know, Chris, thinking about Gordon Hayward, that devastating leg injury he suffered in 2017 comes to mind. But we got to credit him for fighting his way back and still being an impactful player.
Yeah, that injury could have ended his career, but Hayward is a warrior. I mean, someone that doesn't quit, and because of his strong mentality, he continues to impress.
3 shots.
The first one falls.
And it's hard to believe that Gordon Hayward has been playing for over a decade in the NBA. Now a seasoned vet, firmly in the second half of his career.
And he sinks the second. And Hayward has had a bit of a career renaissance lately, looking more and more like his old self.
And Kevin, it's just great to see him playing at this level again. I think it's testament to how much he loves the game of basketball, as well as how badly this guy wants a chance to win a championship.
And he can't make it. 3 for 3.
Well, he was the 9th overall pick in the 2010 draft. If it were held again, only a couple guys would be selected ahead of him.
Morant against Ball. Morant looking around. Just 5 to shoot. Over Ball. Almost, but it rolls out. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Bridges kicks to Rozier. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. And this is the first time matched up with the Hornets this season.
And last season, they made short work of this club. 2 games, 2 wins.
It makes sense. I mean, when you look at where they both finished, there's a reason one team was in the playoffs and the other one was on vacation.
And so it's Charlotte with it, following the score by Memphis. The pass to Melton. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Jackson, a screen on Rozier. Here's Melton. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Miles Bridges.
Clearly a foul. And you think back to the 2018 draft, DeAnthony Melton was a sleeper. And after falling to the 46th pick, a lot of teams now wishing they hadn't slept on Melton.
Yeah, 3 years later, he signs a 4-year, $35 million contract. Didn't hang his head, kept working, and he's earned his keep.
And the first one drops. And so he hits both. And for the Grizzlies, they come in off a good outing against the Timberwolves. Adams against Hayward. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
I mean, at 6'8", Hayward has the size needed to score inside it, and he uses it to his advantage.
Morant against Ball. Morant outside. To the middle. Here's Jackson. Out of hand on it.
Oh, nice defense from Bridges. When he hustles like this, he's capable of swatting shots.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass the ball. From deep three-point range, Grizzlies with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Adams against Plumlee. Adams, the pass to Morant. Over Plumlee. Here's Adams, and Adams with the slam.
And this is the part of Morant's role. As a guard, he's responsible for getting it to uncovered teammates.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first.
Yeah, selected second in 2019, Kevin. Ja Morant, the highest draftee in Ohio Valley Conference history. And he became the second Grizzly ever to win Rookie of the Year, joining Paul Gasol.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Washington's checked in for Plumlee. Kelly Oubre comes in for Gordon Hayward. Martin's checked in for Rozier. And it's Ish Smith in for Ball. Memphis on defense. They lead by 4. On the wing, Bridges. 1:51 left to play in the first quarter. Now, some people felt, Chris, that Ja Morant was an all-star snub in his rookie year.
Well, you look at what he accomplished in year 1. He joined Magic Johnson, the great Isaiah Thomas, and Trae Young is the only 20-year-old rookies to average at least 17 points and 7 assists per game. That's some lofty company.
First trip to the line for him here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Bridges. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall. Talk about early expectations as a first-round pick.
Well, you know, everyone wants to see what you got. In reality, also, you want to see what you have against the best players in the world. So it'll take some time, though, to adapt to the speed of the game. But ultimately, it's about going out and competing.
Clark, a screen on Smith. Jones, no luck. Hornets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Jones against Smith. For Charlotte, they have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now.
Shooting 2.
He misses the free throw.
Well, for P.J. Washington, he's the rare first-round pick to come back for a second year of college at Kentucky, but I think he did him well.
And the second free throw, good. 1:29 left in the first quarter. Anderson against Oubre. Nifty move. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Well, so much great defense has come from the shooting guard position over the years. And here's a rundown of the players wreaking havoc at that spot this year. You look at Melton, such quick hands, second in the NBA.
And this is a very intense group. I mean, those steals don't come by accident. I mean, they've gotten them through the effort, and they're willing to expend that kind of energy on that aspect of the game.
This is the kind of active defense that these guys play. It requires a lot of stamina, but they don't have an off switch. They're all effort all the time.
Charlotte making a switch here. Hayward's checked in. And both free throws good for Anderson.
I mean, I think he's kind of a throwback kind of player, if you ask me. I mean, Anderson's nickname is Slow-Mo because of his ability to slow the game down and pick the opponent apart.
Now, here's Oubre. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
My goodness, I didn't think they could top that last dunk, but it only took them a couple seconds.
Not much defense, Greg, on those last few possessions, but does anyone mind?
Not
no.
at all.
Pass to Hayward. And there's the drive. Over Clark. Hayward can't hit. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. To the paint. It's tipped. It's taken away by Smith. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's Hayward. That time on the assist by Smith. Hayward's got 7.
A quick decision maker. Hayward wasting no time. Launches it right out of the catch.
Anderson against Oubre. Now here's Anderson. Last game he had 12. 6 to shoot. Launches it. Doesn't go for him. It's a tie game in Memphis. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And the step back, a shot that's become a staple for the league's top scorers. Case in point, Gordon Hayward among that group, and he does it so well.
I really like the step back move. Being at 6'8", I feel like I can use a little bit of my quickness to get an advantage and then step back and tall enough to shoot over some guys. So that's one of my moves.
One of many moves, Greg, but that probably is his signature move now.
Moves and counter moves. Hayward has a lot in his bag to keep defenders off balance.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. Guys, what's your take on the Grizzlies so far?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
Adams at center with Jackson next to him. Morant is out there with the Anthony Melton. And it's Bane in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
And with LaMelo Ball, this team struck gold. Exactly what the Hornets needed. Great production and a face of the franchise type of talent.
Now here's Morant. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Ball's knocked loose, and he gets it back. Melton kicks to Jackson. Here's Bane. Ended by Hayward. Count that one. Morant's got his first basket. You know, Greg, thinking about LaMelo and this team, he's got the fans here in Charlotte excited.
And Kevin, let's be honest here for a moment. The Hornets haven't had a lot of luck in the draft. Finally, they knocked one out of the park, and the fans are ecstatic.
Here's Bane. He's covered by Ball. Bane passes to Melton. Outside Jackson. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Adams dishes to Morant. Adams sets the pick for Morant. Sinks that one from the post. Morant's got 4 points this quarter.
Welcoming the physical defense on the way up. Morant enjoys overcoming these types of challenges.
Ball, the pass to Rozier. Bridges outside. Plumlee sets the pick for Bridges. Back to Rozier. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Charlotte. In the early season, they find themselves down in 9th place.
And when I look at Charlotte, they had the kind of hot and cold start that we've kind of come to expect. Nothing that would indicate they're in for any kind of a breakout season.
They do look like they're the same kind of team they were last year. Good, but not special.
Morant drives in. That one doesn't go. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. They trail by 1. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Yeah, they made some spectacular plays in it right to the very end. Just couldn't get over the hump.
Yeah, and sometimes it just comes down to a couple of critical plays which you need to execute in close, ugly games.
And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Grizzlies.
They're setting the tone early with their defense, keeping the pressure on and taking chances. And they've got a bunch of steals to show for it.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
Ball with it. He's picked up by Morant. Ball, the pass to Hayward. And Greg, you made your money on the defensive end. What was the toughest kind of player to defend? A one-on-one guy or a constant movement type of player?
I've always will say that it's harder to guard movement. You know, as a defender, you drill a lot about guarding the basketball. But when a guy is great without it, man, that is the hardest job you can have defensively.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Washington's checked in for Plumlee. Oubre comes in for Bridges. Bouknight, he's checked in for Rozier. And Smith subbed in for Ball. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Here's Hayward. Lays it up off the glass. Hayward's got his third basket of the night.
Look, with good size and underrated athleticism, Hayward's able to muscle through the contact.
Anderson with the ball. Now defended by Oubre. Anderson dishes to Clark. Here's Tillman. And that one is stuffed right through.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Now here's Hayward. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. Back to Smith. Just 5 on the clock. Hayward goes in. The rebound by Anderson. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Memphis shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
And he makes the first. And good on the second, so he makes them both. 19 seconds left here in the second.
Watch outside.
And here is Bouknight. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace.
And thank you for joining us as with 2 quarters in the books, it's looking good for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Credit these guys for coming in with the right game plan and then patiently executing it. Most of their shots that come in the flow of the offense, rarely did they take a bad shot. Good, clean first half.
Shifting gears, let's look at the upcoming schedule.
And you know, for that matchup with the Suns, it should be a tight one. These are evenly matched teams in terms of personnel and coaching. It's the kind of game that's likely to come down to the wire.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Gordon Hayward with another strong contribution so far in this one.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Hornets trail by 7. On the floor for Charlotte. The guard spots are filled by Ball and Rozier. Up at the forward spots, it's Hayward and Bridges. And it's Plumlee in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Here's Bridges. Then Bridges jams it in.
Oh, man, he can sky. Can't he? Bridges is an amazing finisher at the rim. He enjoys putting on a little bit of a show.
Nice job capturing the moment on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. You know, the one concern with LaMelo before the draft, Chris, how would he shoot the ball? But he's had no problems with that.
Well, the form isn't the most textbook, well, we can all see that. But the results, they're there. Plain and simple. Already a capable outside threat. It should only improve.
Here is Plumlee. The Grizzlies making the shot. Hayward outside. Shoots over Morant. They grab their own miss. Plumlee, no luck.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
That's just great defense, forcing his man into a difficult attempt.
Now, here's Melton. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. And the basket by Jackson.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Plumlee with a screen on Morant. Down low. And it's Plumlee that time on the assist by Ball. Plumlee's got his first points of the night.
The floor awareness is what I love. I mean, I love how Ball scans the floor and he finds open guys.
Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. Jackson down low. He's against Bridges. Jackson gets the bucket. Jackson's got the lead up to 9 now for Memphis.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now here's Hayward. 9 points in the game so far. And a brief moment now to see who's atop the NBA in blocks. Fourth, Jaren Jackson.
There aren't going to be many nights when you don't see him affect the game with his shot blocking ability.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. First free throw is good. Hayward hits them both.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
Morant with it. Now guarded by Plumlee. And that one's good. Morant.
Well, the play is Morant's ball handling talents in a nutshell. Fast, smooth, effective.
Now here's Rozier. He's guarded by Melton. Back to Rozier. That one drops for him.
An effective scorer when given this position. Rozier, he's intelligent at realizing when to try his luck from there.
Adams with the screen on Ball. Gordon Hayward comes up with the rebound. Yep, that one goes in there. And the Grizzlies lead by 9.
I wouldn't want to be the guy who has to keep him off the boards. He is a beast on the offensive glass.
And the Hornets call time here. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the number of female officials in the NBA has grown in recent years. Commissioner Adam Silver said, "We've expanded our pipeline to greatly increase the pool of potential hires. And we've seen encouraging results. There's no reason why we shouldn't have more women as officials, coaches, and basketball executives in our league." Kevin?
Thank you, D.A. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. P.J. Washington, he's checked in for Plumlee. Kelly Oubre comes in for Gordon Hayward. Bouknight, he's checked in for Terry Rozier, and it's Ish Smith in for Ball. Picked his pocket. And now the fast break Anderson with the ball. Clark sets a screen for Anderson. And finished off by Anderson.
So good at positioning himself. I mean, Anderson excels at running the right route when the break is on.
After 3 seasons at Michigan State, Xavier Tillman came to the NBA ready to make an impact.
A tremendous feel for the game. I mean, he knows where to be on both ends. He has all the makings of a quality two-way player.
Now here's Bouknight. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
And blocks like this fire Anderson up, which in turn get his teammates going as well.
And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile one block.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
It's intercepted. Here's Conchar, covered by Smith. 1:06 left to play in the third. Clark, a screen on Bridges. 4 on the clock. On the basket by Jones.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Oubre, no one around him. Charlotte again missing.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
The risk of rejection is real. When Washington's around you, you got to be extra careful around here.
The Grizzlies on offense. They're on a 14-6 run. Pass to Tillman. Tipped away. Now here's Bouknight. Defense is right there. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. Five seconds left in the third quarter. The deep three from Smith. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. Back right after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Yeah, no need for hero ball there. I mean, you just need to make the right basketball play. Outstanding dish that time.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Adams at center with Jackson next to him. DeAnthony Melton out there with John Morant. And it's Bane in at the three. Clock at 6. Looking for Adams, he gets it there. Morant, it's rebounded by Charlotte.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
You're exactly right. I mean, that's the kind of shot you're trying to work for at the offensive end.
Here's Washington, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one's on Morant.
When an instinctual scorer with a strong build, Washington puts opponents in compromising defensive positions.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Grizzlies.
Well, they played a heads-up brand of basketball this entire game, and they've got the skills to prove it.
Yeah, but also they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
That free throw good from Washington. Washington hits them both.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Melton passes to Adams. He kicks it to Morant. Back to Adams. Ball with the rebound.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Rozier finds Hayward. Back to Rozier. It's stolen by Adams. Melton with the ball. Picked up by Rozier. Outside Jackson. Shot clock at 5. Now here's Morant for 3. Morant with another miss. Jackson with the screen. A second chance effort. And it's Morant missing.
This quarter has been hit or miss for him. Mostly miss.
That cuts the lead to single digits.
But at the arc, Washington can be so dangerous. Focuses his shot and just drills it.
And the pass to Melton. Jackson down low. Fended by Hayward. Adams trying to free himself up. The short one's on the money. And the Grizzlies lead by 10.
He does all the little things. I mean, he does the big things. He's got them in front with another outstanding performance.
It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Morant outside. Here's Jackson. He's off on that one. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. For 3, Oubre. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Passes it to Bain. Morant against Ball. Looking to end his cold spell.
Still a little bit of a streak shooter, but Morant has been deadly accurate tonight.
Rozier for 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Jackson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Morant against Ball. Jackson a screen on Ball. Here's Morant. Jackson kicks to Melton. Pass to Morant. Now here's Melton. Rozier defending. Another shot. Goes up again. Oh, and it's sent back by Washington. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Anderson, he's checked in for Memphis. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Charlotte. Bridges comes in for Gordon Hayward. .116 left to play in the final quarter. Ball against Morant. Over Ball. Morant with another miss. Hornets trail by 12.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Grizzlies.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And now, for the year, this is going to take him to 7 wins.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Steven Adams.
He showed what it takes to be a great rebounder tonight. Fighting for position, boxing out, never getting outworked down low.
We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Can they get it? Book night, no good. And it's Anderson with the ball for the Grizzlies. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.